Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Alright, I have to apologize. When I uploaded this past Monday's video, it went to my channel instead of to Waters Family Homestead. I don't know. I've tried to upload it 3 more times and I just can't get it to work. That's on Rumble now. But on YouTube, it did go to YouTube. So, I'll try again with this video and see if I can get it straightened out. It didn't used to give me that problem. It's some kind of update they did. It changes my preferences and I didn't catch it. But as you see, I opened up the middle pen just to let the chickens in here a little bit, give them a little more room to move around. And there are a few weeds growing in there and a little bit of grass. So let them eat the weeds. That privet that popped up in a couple places and some weeds over there and a little bit of grass. I'd like the grass to grow, but not the weeds. So I just let them in and let them scratch a little bit over here and in their main run area out here. But I just finished. I finally put a solar panel on the camera I've got in the pen to watch all the babies, and that'll help keep me from having to change the camera out every day for one that's fully charged. So hopefully that'll work. I got to cut that limb down, but I think it'll be fine until I cut the limb down anyway. But some of y'all that may not have seen it on Rumble, the female turkey is gone. I did dispose of her because she was picking on some hens, and she had picked a sore in the back of several hens' head and just kept chasing them, wouldn't let them eat, and I'm just not going to tolerate a bully, so she had to go. But all of them seem to be doing very well right now. As you can see in the first pen, the 7 baby chicks are doing well. They're about half the size they will be when they're grown now. Those white ones, a lot of them have some brown on them, not black, and it's really, really pretty. It's just hard for me to get close enough to show y'all, but they're going to be some beautiful chickens when they get older. I think there's about 3 roosters. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. And then all 8 of the babies in the middle are still doing very well. So they're wasting a lot of feed, but that's to be expected. And then the last pen, I've been getting anywhere from 18 to 22 eggs a day. I've gotten 21 the last several days. I got 21 today, but they did break one. But that's fine. It's part of it. I forgot to go see if I could pick any more figs. I ended up picking about 18 figs for me yesterday and a bunch. Tell them about it, White Knight. But a bunch of them, the birds had already beat me too. But that's all right. First year they've gotten as big as they are. These things are just about the size of a silver dollar. They're normally about a nickel. So that's good. And I ate a couple last night. They're actually extremely sweet. Way better than what you buy in the grocery store. Just straight off the bush, straight sweet fig is just awesome. But anyway, let me get over to the garden and show y'all what I did. All right, well, first of all, I did pick a couple more tomatoes today. As you can see them laying in that bed right there. They're beautiful. There's no bad spots on them. Some of them did try to split a little bit, but it closed back up. But they're beautiful tomatoes. I'm going to take those in the house, let them finish ripening. I've got another one right there that's starting to turn red. And there are dozens, and I mean dozens, mixed in these bushes over here. There are 1, 2, 3, I think there's 6 plants in that 3x3 bed, which is way too many. 3 would have been max. But either way, I did go ahead and pull the deal. Let me zoom back out. Did go ahead and pull the deal. And the squash, look how much that thing's grown. And then you come over here, I got baby squash on that one right back there. I got another baby squash growing on that one right there. Those plants are doing extremely well. I've got another baby squash on one of those over there. I think it's that one back there. And then I've got another watermelon growing. Let me see if I can zoom in. right up under the bench right there, if y'all can see it. It's about the size of a soccer ball maybe, but there's a lot of little baby watermelons on those vines, is why I haven't cut them back or anything. But what's left of the garden is doing really well. Like this little tomato here is starting to turn red. I'll pick it in a day or two. And then the new mulberry tree is doing, you know, what it's expecting. It's going to shock it when you transplant it like we did. But I have watered it heavily 2 days in a row. And you see I'm losing a little bit on the tip up here, but it's not crunchy dry. It's just this sun and the shock of moving it. Now this little twig over here, he broke off and just stuck it back in the ground, so I left it that way. Hopefully it'll take root, I don't know. But I'm not going to end up leaving all 3 of these trunks right here. I'm going to see which one does the best once it picks up and starts growing, and the others will get cut back, because I want one big tree, not 3 branches of it. But anyway, I'm pleased to have another mulberry tree. If y'all don't know what a mulberry tree is, when I was a little boy, we had a mulberry tree in the front yard of the house out in the country. They had a single wide trailer in the little town we lived in, and then they had an old house out in the country we went to on the weekends and summer and stuff. And that mulberry tree was huge. 2 people couldn't reach around it. Now I don't know how old it was, but every year it just covered the ground with mulberries. It started out, you know, the mulberries start out as a white, almost green, and then they slowly change to purplish red, you know, and then from the red to a dark purple, and that's when, like a blackberry, when you're ready to pick it. And the thing about the mulberries, you have to pull the stem out, but the mulberry is not full of seeds like a blackberry is, and it's sweeter than a blackberry. So that's why I love them. You can, one tree produces a lot when it produces. So, but I'm over here, I might as well show y'all that watermelon that's down there. It's a little bigger than what I could pick up with one hand. So, but there are blooms all over this thing, and there are baby watermelons all over these vines where it's spreading. And I just didn't expect it to spread that much. There's baby watermelon there. I mean, I see one about every foot or so when I go to looking. The rose bush is putting off some more new growth, and got a rose coming out on it. There's some more new growth on the other side. So I'll probably prune this thing back this winter and let it grow back next year and see how big it gets. But that squash plant right there has got another little baby squash growing on it. So we'll just have to see. I've got plenty of them planted. There's one in that little pot right there too. I'm not sure if it's a squash, but I thought it was. Anyway, the garden, from what's left of it, is doing extremely well. And I expect to be picking more squash in the next couple of weeks. And until then, I'll be picking the tomatoes as they turn ripe. I'm telling you, there's a 10-pound bucket of tomatoes inside that group of tomato plants back there, plus all the ones that are on these other plants. The reason I planted them, I wanted to learn how to make ketchup. Now, yes, I need to make tomato sauce and all that stuff, but I want to learn how to make ketchup. It's supposed to be better for you, which I'm sure it is, and hopefully I can tweak the recipe to where it's the way I like it, and be a lot healthier for me and my grandkids. All right, I'm gonna get off here. I got to get those 2 big tomatoes that are back there. Those things are huge. These things are big. No bad spots in them either. Look at that on the bottom. No bad spots in those tomatoes. See where it's tried to split open, but it closed up. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I am not producing as many as I was, And part of that is busy life, working. It doesn't get dark till almost 9 o'clock, so I'm outside doing stuff. And we had Vacation Bible School last week. And I was on security duty for that for the entire week. So they were, most of the nights I did not get home till dark or after dark, or it was completely dark once I got through taking care of the garden and taking care of the animals, and just did not have time to make a video. So I apologize for that, but that's just part of life, guys. I'm not going to run my life around my YouTube channel. I would like my YouTube channel to be part of my life and show y'all one single man running a mini homestead, trying to grow it and learn. And, you know, I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you stick with me. I do have other prepping videos that I want to get done. And some I want to get some more rollaway nesting boxes built. I'm going to change that plan up a little bit and build a couple more. But it's just a matter of having the time to get out here and do it, because during the heat of the day up till about 5:30, it's so hot outside, heat index above 100 degrees. I'm not going to get out here and spend, you know, 2 or 3 hours building new nesting boxes and give myself a heat stroke. I'm just not going to do it. That stroke I had 1.5 years ago was enough for me to learn. So I appreciate y'all. Remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. And look at here. Tomato plant still with blooms on it. Honeybee hive is doing extremely well, by the way. When I cut grass, I run by the hive 3 or 4 times, 10 or 15 minutes in between each time I run by. And I keep the grass cut there, but that hive is doing extremely well. Y'all have a good one.